Hello and welcome to Smaulgld's American Gold Buffalo Sales Report for the month of August 2017. Well, August was one of the worst months for American Gold Buffalo sales, and indeed it was the worst August in the coin's 11-year history. August sales of American Gold Buffalo coins are down 67% from last August. The U.S. Mint sold just 3,024 carat 1 ounce gold coins in August versus 9,000 that they sold in August 2016. June 2017 sales this year were worse. They only sold 2,000 earlier this year. Total American Gold Buffalo and American Gold Eagle sales, when you count the 1 ounce, 1/2 ounce, 1/4 ounce, and 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle sales, add them up with the American Gold Buffalo sales, you get just 12,500 ounces of gold sold in August, down 81% from the 67,500 ounces sold in August 2016. Now the question is, will the American Gold Buffalo coin be discontinued? And the reason I ask that is I don't think that there's any law that requires the Gold Buffalo to be produced. I know in 2008 I read an account by Ed Moy, who was the director of the Mint at the time. And when the financial crisis hit in 2008, there was an obligation at the time to mint American Silver Eagles, American Gold Eagles, and they just were not staffed for it. They didn't have the materials. And one of the things they decided to do to kind of ease the pressure on the mint, they decided to discontinue making the American Gold Buffalo at the end of 2008. And in fact, they didn't start making the 2009 American Gold Buffaloes till later that year. So, I don't think they started making the American Gold Buffalo, I can tell you in a second, until much, much later in the year, because in August of 2009, you could see here, they didn't make any. So I don't think they started making them till October. I think they only sold in the last 3 months of the year. We'll get to that in a second. So the U.S. Mint just sold 3,000 of these 1 ounce American Gold Buffalo coins. And my point is, and I'd like to get your thoughts, is will they continue to make this coin? Because if they only sell 3,000 a month, it's probably not worth the effort for the Mint. The Mint doesn't have any profit motive. I think the U.S. Treasury could care less if people have access to buying gold bullion coins. And I think, if they sell the American Silver Eagle, the American Gold Eagle, that should satisfy the demand. Now, the next question is, will they even continue to sell the silver and the gold eagles, because those sales are down? I don't think those are at risk, although I haven't seen I think the law says they have to make them in amounts that the Treasury Secretary deems appropriate, rather than they just have to make amounts to meet demand. I have to check that law, but I know the American Gold Buffalo does not have to be made, and if there's no demand for it and they consider it costly to make, they may not continue it. Let me know what you think on that. There's your pitch to donate to Smaulgld. Now, the thing is, if they do discontinue the American Gold Buffalo coin, it is 4 nines, it is 24 carat, and the American Gold Eagle is 22 carat. So it's a different coin. Made sense for them to introduce this coin. I just don't know if they'll continue. We'll have to see how sales are the rest of the year, and if indeed they schedule to make them in 2018. Gold lining in that is, if they do discontinue them, I would imagine this year this coin would be the lowest mintage, and it would be a collector's item. Now, you can see here, this is last year versus this year. Now, last year was a decent month. They sold about 200,000. March was the only month where the U.S. Mint managed to sell more gold buffaloes in 2017 than they did in 2016. You can see they haven't really sold much. This is the red 2017, a couple of thousand each of these months. But you can also see that 2016, after June, gold sales also fell for the rest of the year, and that continued until January of this year, and then the decline began again. And some more charts here. So here are the August sales we were talking about. August 2017 with 3,000 is the lowest sales of American Gold Buffaloes in August during the months that which they produced them. 2009, as you mentioned, they didn't make them, so 2017 is the worst year for minting American Gold Buffalo. See, 2008, they're up to 33, 34,000. Now, if you want to buy one of these coins, that's what they look like there. They are available at the links below, whether you're on VidMe, whether you're on BitChute or YouTube. And they're also available through the links on the Smaulgld site. I don't sell them. They are links to coin dealers that Smaulgld has affiliate arrangements with, where if you do buy the coin, Smaulgld gets a small commission. That does help us out. It's not investment advice. I'm not advising you to buy American Gold Buffalo coins. But if you want to buy them, you can compare pricing and shipping at the dealers listed on the Smaulgld site: SD Bullion, BGSC, Golden Eagle Coin, Money Metals Exchange. Compare pricing and shipping, and if you do want to buy them, then please consider doing so through the Smaulgld site. You pay no more, no less than if you visited those sites directly. So if you already shop there, you can check them out. Now, this coin was never the big seller. The American Gold Buffalo was always the American Gold Eagle ever since it came out, except the first year it outsold the Gold Eagle, but novelty prevailed that year. But since then, the Gold Eagles outsold the Gold Buffalo about 3-1, 4-1. Last year was about 4-1, but this year it's only about 2-1. But that's because both sales are horrible. Here's the list here of how they're doing. In August, the U.S. Mint sold 3,000 Gold Buffalo, 6,500 Gold Eagles, so it was 2.17 to 1. And the month before that, it was 2.5 to 1. Look at this. In June, 4,000 American Gold Eagles, 2,000 American Gold Buffaloes sold, so it's 2 to 1. But that doesn't really tell you much. This year, 74,000 sold through August. 3,000 sold in August. You only got September, October, November. They generally don't sell much in December. They close down a week early. Let's say they just sell another 3,000 a month the next 3 months. Nothing happens. That's another 10,000. They will sell 85,000. That will be easily the lowest year since ever. In 2012, I think they sold 120,000. Doesn't look like we're going to get anywhere near that unless there's a big spike, something happens, and the price of gold flatlines. It goes, I mean, not flatlines, just drops and people jump in and buy them, or the price takes off and people jump on the bandwagon. Something spectacular happens, but the current pace, they might not sell 100,000 of these American Buffaloes, and that's why I said maybe they'll just discontinue them. Would be a shame because they're nice looking coins. Now, here is, now remember, the U.S. Mint really doesn't sell that much gold. It's the largest mint, but most gold, and I'm looking through the numbers, I guess it's sold in these big bars. Rich people, I guess, don't buy these little coins. They buy the kilo bars or these big, I don't know, they're the much larger size bars, because in the grand scheme of things, the U.S. Mint last year, this year, sold over 1 million ounces of gold, but 1 million ounces of gold isn't really that much. It's a few tons. It's not a massive amount. So, for example, Russia, when it adds gold to its reserves, may add 1 million ounces in a given month. Just one country. Over the course of a year, they may add 200 tons. They'll add substantial millions of ounces, 6.7, 8 million ounces a year to reserves. That's just one country, as I mentioned. But having said that they don't sell much, now in comparison, they're really not selling any at all. That's 2017. It looks like, this may be the first year since 2007 that they sell under 500,000 ounces of gold. So I think that about does it. Yeah, let me know what you think about the future of the gold Buffalo coin. That's just me speculating. I haven't heard anything. I don't know anything. I'm not hoping that happens. I like the look of it. But when you're not selling any of them, if it was a business, there's certain things called discontinued items. Let me know what you think. And then tomorrow, let's see, we've got the Shanghai Gold Exchange numbers for August. We've got, there's a speculation on Ben Bernanke, Smaulgld speculation series. There's a Smaulgld speculation series on Jamie Dimon's recent comments on Bitcoin. We've got the second to last installment on the dark side of the cashless society. We've got the 13 states that have legalized or made gold and silver legal tender. And we've got the Canadian Mint gold and silver numbers for the first half of the year. It finally came out. And we've got the Indian gold and silver imports for the month of July. So lots coming up. Should have something out each day, maybe twice a day for the next couple of days, maybe next week or so. So please check it out, subscribe, like the video, tell your friends. See you soon.